Assalamu alaikum, welcome to this tutorial. I hope you have watched the explanation video on functions and the paper 2 questions that we have solved on functions. After you do that, then you move on to this worksheet because this is a little bit more tougher, paper 4. So let's start. So the first question we have f of x is equal to 4 minus 3x and g of x is equal to 3 to the power of negative x. Find f of 2x in terms of x. It means wherever there is x in f of x, we are going to substitute it with 3x. So f of 2x is equal to 4 minus 3, bracket, replace the x with 2x. This will give us 4 minus 6x. That was easy. B, find f of fx in its simplest form. We go from the outside. If there's an x here, we go from the outside. We take 4 minus 3x, and then in place of x, we replace the function f of x. So that will be 4 minus 3, bracket, 4 minus 3x. When we expand, negative 3 multiplied by 4, negative 12, negative 3 multiplied by negative 3x is 9x. Add the like terms together, that will give you negative 8 plus 9x. Work out g of g negative 1. In this case, first find g of negative 1. So in place of x, we are going to substitute negative 1. And that will give us 3. After you get this answer, now in g of x, we are going to substitute in place of x this value. So 3 to the power of negative 3. This will give us 1 over 27. Part D, find f inverse x, the inverse of f of x. So in place of f of x, we are going to write y is equal to 4 minus 3x. We have to make x the subject. It is negative. So we'll shift the x here. It will become positive and the y to the other side. That will become 4 minus y. This is a multiply. When we move the 3 to the other side, it will be divide. So x is equal to 4 minus y over 3. Now that our x is alone, we are going to write it as f inverse x and replace the y with x. So that's it. That was finding the inverse. Part E, solve the equation g f of x is equal to 1. This is a little bit tricky. So first we write the equation g f of x. This is g and this is f of x. We start with the outside and then we replace the x with f of x. So 4 minus 3x, this is g f of x. This is equal to 1. Now there's a rule in indices that if the base is same, the powers are same. I hope you are aware that any number to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So if I want to make the base 3 here, because there's a 3 here, I can write it as 3 to the power of 0, which is the same as 1. Now that my bases are the same, they get cancelled, and I'm left with the powers. Negative 4 minus 3x is equal to 0. Now we just have to solve for x. When you expand the bracket, negative multiplied by 4 will be negative 4. Negative and negative will become positive 3x. If there's no number here, think of it as a 1. So negative 1 multiplied by negative 3x will give us positive 3x. Make it equal to 0. Shift the negative 4 to the other side, it will become positive 4. This 3, when it shifts, it will become divide. So x is equal to 4 over 3. So always remember that the base gets cancelled only if they are same. Then we can make the powers equal to each other. Question number 2. We have f of x, g of x, and h of x. A, find f of f3. So we are going to first substitute 3 in f of x. That will give us 2 multiplied by 3 minus 1, 5. Then we have f function. So we are going to write this again, but in place of x, we are going to substitute 5. And this will give us 9. So this was an easy question. Now find g of x, giving your answer in the simplest form. This is g of x. So we go from outside. In this equation, in place of x, we are going to substitute f of x, which is 2x minus 1. So g of f of x, in place of x, we are going to write 2x minus 1 and put the square outside, plus in place of x, 2x minus 1. To expand this, we are going to use the identity a minus b square, which is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. It's a good idea to memorize these identities. This you will need till the end of your schooling. Or if you don't know, then you can write 2x minus 1 multiplied by 2x minus 1 and expand the bracket. In this case, your a is 2x. So we will write it 2x bracket square minus 2. And in place of a, replace your 2x. And b is 1. And then b square, which is plus 1 square. And then 2x minus 1. This 2 is for the 2 and x. So we'll get 4x square minus 4x plus 1 plus 2x minus 1. Plus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. You will be left with 4x square minus 4x plus 2x is minus 2x. So that's the answer. C, we have to find the inverse of f of x. In place of f of x, we write y is equal to 2x minus 1. And as you know, we have to make x the subject, the negative 1 shift to the other side. It will become positive 1. It's equal to 2x. Now y plus 1 divided by 2 is equal to x. As x is alone, in place of x, write f inverse x and replace the y with x. So x plus 1 over 2. That's the answer. D is a little bit interesting question. You have find h of x plus h of x plus 2, giving your answer as a single fraction. So h of x is 2 over x. And for h of x plus 2, in place of x, we'll replace it with x plus 2. So it will become 2 over x plus 2. You know, in fractions, addition or subtraction, you can add them and write it as a single fraction only if the denominators are same. So we multiply 2 and x with x plus 2. This will give us 2 bracket x plus 2. And this side we multiply with x. So we multiply the x here. It will become 2x. And then we can write in the denominator x over x plus 2. Expanding the bracket will give us 2x plus 4 plus 2x over x plus 2. No need to expand the bracket in the denominator. You can leave it like this. And this will give us 2x plus 2x is 4x plus 4 over x plus 2. You can just leave it like that, as you cannot simplify it further. Whenever you want to master a topic or become good in a topic, keep repeating the same topic questions from the exam paper again and again. That makes things easier. So I am sure that if you have done all the questions till now, you must be feeling a little bit more confident. Sometimes you get in between a little bit different question. Like this one, this is a little different. F of x is equal to g of 1. So this is f of x, we write it, and g of 1. So wherever there is x, we will replace it with 1. That will be 1 square plus 4. Therefore, 2x plus 1 is equal to 5. And we have to solve the equation. It means we want to find the value of x. Shift the 1 to the other side. It will become 5 minus 1. So 2x is equal to 4. And x is equal to 4 divided by 2, which is 2. A little bit thinking you had to do here. Find the value of f of h3. Again, this is a very easy question. First, we find h of 3. So in place of x, substitute 3, you will get 8. This answer now we are going to replace in f of x. In place of x, we are going to substitute 8. This will give us 17. Find f inverse x. Again, this is a very repeated question. We are going to write y is equal to 2x plus 1. We have to make x the subject. Shift the 1 to the other side, it will become negative 1. And then we divide y minus 1 by 2. That will give us the x alone. So in place of x, we are going to write f inverse x. And in place of y, we are going to write x. So the inverse is x minus 1 over 2. Now moving on to D, find g of x in its simplest form. So we will write g of x, but in place of x, we are going to substitute 2x plus 1. And there's a square there, plus 4. Now in this question, we are going to use the identity a plus b square. That will give us a square plus 2ab plus b square. A is 2x and b is 1. We are going to replace it in this identity. We'll get 2x squared plus 2 bracket 2x multiply by 1 plus 1 square plus 4. This will give us 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 plus 4. And we can further simplify it by adding the 1 and the 4, which is 5. The main reason I had chose this question, even though the other ABCD were similar to the question we had done, is because of E and F. They are a little bit tricky. H inverse x is equal to 0.5 and h of x is equal to 2 to the power of x. So let's write it as y is equal to 2 to the power of x. It's only a 1-mark question. You actually solve these kind of questions by doing logarithm and all, but you have not learnt it as yet. So I'll show you a trick method. You know what happens in inverse? We shift the x and the y. So in place of y, put x, and in place of x, substitute y. So this is the equation. And now, whatever value your inverse is equal to, replace the y with that. So x is equal to 2 to the power of 0.5, and this will give you 1.414. Let's just do it once more that you understand. When you have h of x or anything is equal to a number to the power of x, the number can be 2, 3, whatever. Okay, and the inverse is given to you, it's equal to 0.5. So what you will do, or this also can be any number, replace the h of x with y and then interchange the places of x and y. Okay, and after that replace the y with the value that the inverse is equal to. That's it. Now for question F, 1 over h of x is equal to 2 to the power of kx. We will replace the h of x with 2 to the power of x. You know that if you want to bring any power from the denominator to the numerator, the sign changes. This is negative when you bring up, it will become, this is positive when you bring it up, it will become negative. So this can be written as 2 to the power of negative x is equal to 2 to the power of kx. If the base is same, they get cancelled and the powers equal each other. So negative x is equal to kx. We have to find k. We are going to shift this x to the other side. Negative x divided by x is k. This will get cancelled. We'll be left with negative 1. So negative 1 is equal to k. I hope I've been able to help you. And if yes, do share this video with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.